The story of Elisha and the Shunamite woman. One day, Elisha was passing through Shunem, where a wealthy woman lived, who urged him to have a meal. So whenever he passed that way, he would stop there for a meal. The woman said to her husband, "Look, I'm sure that this man who regularly passes our way is a holy man of God. Let's build a small room on the roof with walls and put a bed and a table and chair and a lamp there for him so that he can stay there when he comes to us." One day, when Elisha came there, he went up to the room and lay down. Then he said to his servant Gehazi, "Call the Shunamite woman." And when Gehazi had called her, she stood there in front of him. Elisha said to Gehazi, "Say to her, since you've gone to all this trouble for us, what can be done for you? Would you have a word spoken on your behalf to the king or to the commander of the army?" The woman said, "I live among my own people." Elisha said, "Well, what then can we do for her?" Gehazi said, "Well, she has no son and her husband is old." Elisha said, "Call her." So when Gehazi had called her, she stood at the door. And Elisha said to her, "At this season, in due time, you will embrace a son." She replied, "Oh, no, my lord, O man of God, don't deceive your servant." The woman conceived, and she bore a son at that season, in due time, as Elisha had declared to her. When the child was older, he went out one day to his father among the reapers. And he complained to his father, "Oh, my head, my head." And the father said to his servant, "Carry him to his mother." And the servant carried him and brought him to his mother. And the child sat on her lap until noon. And he died. She went up and laid him on the bed of the man of God, and closed the door on him and left. She called out to her husband, "Send me one of the servants and one of the donkeys so that I can go quickly to the man of God and come back again." And her husband said, "Why go to him today? It's neither new moon or Sabbath." She said, "It will be okay," and said to the servant, "Urge the animal on. Don't hold back for me unless I tell you." So she set out and went to the man of God at Mount Carmel. When the man of God saw her coming, he said to Gehazi, his servant, "Look, there's the Shunamite woman. Go at once, quickly, and meet her and say, 'Are you all right? Is your husband all right? Is the child all right?'" And she answered, "It is all right." And she came to the man of God at the mountain and grabbed hold of his feet. And Gehazi approached and tried to push her away. But the man of God said, "Let her alone, because she's in bitter distress. The Lord has hidden it from me and hasn't told me." Then she said, "Oh, did I ask my Lord for a son? Didn't I say, 'Don't deceive me'?" Elisha said to Gehazi, "Tuck up your robe, take my staff in your hand, and go. If you meet anyone, don't greet him. If anyone greets you, don't answer. Lay the staff on the child's face." But the mother of the child said, "As the Lord lives and as you yourself live, I will not leave here without you." So Elisha stood up and followed her. Gehazi went on ahead and laid the staff on the child's face. But there was no response. There was no sign of life. Gehazi came back to meet Elisha and said, "The child hasn't awakened." When Elisha came into the house, he saw the child lying dead on his bed. So he went in, and he closed the door on the two of them, and he prayed to the Lord. And then he got up on the bed and lay upon the child. He put his mouth upon the child's mouth, and his eyes on the child's eyes, and his hands upon the child's hands. And while he lay bent over the child's flesh became warm. Elisha got down, and he walked back and forth in the room once, and then he got back up on the bed and lay upon the child again. And the child sneezed 7 times, and the child opened his eyes. Elisha called out to Gehazi, "Summon the Shunamite woman." And when she came, Elisha said to her, "Take your son." The woman came and fell at his feet, bowing to the ground, and then she took her son and left. The word of the Lord.